Hello everyone, my name is Devashish and I welcome you all to this video. So in the last video we have seen how can you set breakpoint using Winappdbg. So in this video we're going to see how can you access raw registers uh, using while debugging any application with Winappdbg. So before we jump into Winappdbg, we'll first debug the same Notepad application with with normal Windows debugger, and I'll show you how can we achieve the same thing using WinAppdbg. So first I have launched Notepad. Now I'm going to attach this process with WinDBG. The process is attached. Now I'll set a breakpoint at message box API, as we have seen in the last video as well. so, so now we are going to trigger the call. As you can see, the breakpoint is just hit. Now under WinDBG, if you want to access raw registers, right, this is what you do. The R command actually dumps all the register. So this is a 64-bit system. So if you want to dump all the mm, argument of message box, this is what you do. Since it is a 64-bit system, so the calling convention is like the arguments are passed through RCA card DX register, and the rest of the arguments will be placed in R8 and R9. So you can just Google about it, 64-bit calling conventions. So it's clearly documented here if you want to know more about it. Yeah, so this is pretty clear. RCX RDX will hold the first two arguments, and the third and fourth argument will be in R8 and R9. So in this particular case, if you want to dump the second and second argument, so you have to dump the RDX register. So this is what you can do, db rdx. As you can see, the string that you see on message box, it is visible here in the raw memory dump. So now mm, so if you look at the message box API call, API documentation, right, so this is how it looks. As you can see, the first argument is the handle, second is LP text, second is LP caption, and the fourth argument is U type. So this is what U type is. U type values could be any of these. It actually chooses the icon for that. So now the fourth argument actually holds the U type. So let's see if we can actually extract the value of U type. So U type will be will be placed in R9 register, as it is the fourth argument. As you can see, this is 40. So what does this mean? So there is a good document. Yeah, as you can see here, 40 is when this value is 40, which means MB icon information, and we can see the exact same value over here, 40. So now we'll see if we can achieve the same thing, if we can extract the same value using WinAppdbg. So that's the goal of this video presentation. Let's get started. So this is the old program. If you have seen my previous video, you must be pretty familiar with this particular script. So this is the breakpoint handler, message box breakpoint handler, and we'll try to see if we can extract the fourth argument from message box API and print it. So that's the goal. So I'll prepare a separate video about threads, but for quickly for this particular video, you can consider as this is how you get the current thread of this particular process, the main thread, the current thread, which thread actually is calling the message box. So if you want to know much more details about thread, so you have to go to the repository, and you have to go to WinAppdbg folder, and you have to go to thread.py. So here you will find all the APIs or functions that are accessible. So there is a API that is exposed, that is get context. So get context API actually returns the thread context. The thread context means it actually returns, all the register values and lot of other information about that thread. So we'll be using this particular API here. So yeah, this is the API definition. Let's see how can you use that. So now thread is actually, the object to the current thread, which thread is actually calling this message box API. So if you do this thread dot get context and try to print it here, uh, let's see what we get. The process is launched and it is actually running under debugger. Let's trigger the API call. As you can see, it has printed the thread context for us and it has all the register values. uh, Not only register values, it has a lot of other informations also about the thread. So now if you want to access any particular register uh, from this thread context, I'm going to quickly show you how can you do that. So thread context, you have to pass it like this. We are interested in R9. Let's print this value. Value of R9 U type. Okay. Now if you execute this, again trigger that message box breakpoint. As you can see, we have got 64. So, but what we have seen, this is actually, we have seen 40. So if we just convert it to hex 40, this is exactly what we have seen in this in WinDBG. So for this example, I have just shown you how can you access this R9 register, but you can actually access all the register and other thread related information using this. So this is the other thread related APIs that are exposed by this. So you can actually, you can set context, and there are a lot of other things that are available. You can set value, register values using set register and all these things. So that's all I wanted to share in this video. Hope you have you have found this video useful. So I'll be uploading lot of other videos on Winappdbg as well. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, you may consider subscribing to my channel. So there will be around 20 to 25 video that I'll be uploading on Winappdbg. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye bye.